Welcome, welcome, everybody. We're getting going here. Just waiting on Onyx. Oh, there she is. Hi, Onyx. I see you. And I just unmuted you, Onyx.
Okay, great.
Okay. Welcome, welcome, everybody, to our Tuesday morning business building. You're going to see me kind of up here twice. Everybody can hear me, right? Onyx, can you hear me? Okay, somebody said all good, so that's good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. This is Tuesday morning, January 21st. It seems like it's going by so fast, I constantly have to look at the date. I cannot believe it's already the 21st of January of 2020. So I want to welcome everybody to this business building call. We've had a lot of exciting things happen over the last, hang on a second. If you guys can mute yourself, if you can, please. I don't know who I'm hearing. There we go.
It may be me, Kathy.
Oh, it probably is. Okay, because everybody's muted. Welcome.
Let me go see if I can stand. Let me see if I can stand outside.
Okay. Oh, there you are. Can you hear us still, Onyx?
Okay, is that better?
Yeah. Okay, welcome everybody to our business building meeting Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific. So excited to have you guys on this call with us. We have a lot of things happening this morning. We're going to jump right into it, but we've recently launched our app with Rapid Funnel. And Onyx and Sierra and myself and Marcy came up with a way to help you guys close, give you the step-by-step way to actually present, peak interest, present, and then close your prospect. So Onyx is going to take over and do this training for us. I do want to do a couple of cleanup things that we've had questions about that I've recently found out that we potentially were told wrong. And somebody asked me yesterday, Marcy asked me yesterday to please let the field know about this. So real quick, I want to let you know, if you have somebody that's been in the business, let's say they've been in for 4 months and they've already surpassed that 90 days. That ticker that we used to have that was 90 days was for the new member bonus that they used to have that they actually quit yesterday. That's no longer out there. So when you get somebody, let's say that goes from a starter, any of them, and they go to diamond, they have 90 days as a diamond promoter from that day. Doesn't matter that they've already been in for 90 days. From the time they upgrade to diamond, they get that $500 fast start bonus, even if they've already been in the business 90 days. So you still have that benefit to get your clients, to your customers, your promoters, your team members to upgrade to diamond so they can actually go out and make the $500 for a diamond enrollment. So from the time they upgrade to diamond, they get 90 days from that date on to make senior director and be able to continue with the $500 enrollment bonus. So I wanted to make sure everybody was clear on that, because apparently there's been some people that thought if they didn't do this in the first 90 days, they didn't have that ability to do that. So you can upgrade to diamond and you have that 90 days that starts from the date of upgrade. So just to clarify that, wanted to make sure everybody know that. Any other announcements before we start the training, Onyx? I think you might have froze up.
Yeah, you're coming and going a little bit for me.
So, I've got full signal on Wi-Fi, so.
I do too.
Okay, well, go ahead.
So we'll see what happens.
Start with the training. Okay.
So exactly as Kathy said, welcome everyone. We're really excited to have you. And like she said, Marcy and myself, Sierra and Kathy, what we did is we spent the time to discuss what it was that each one of us was doing in order to close a prospect. And many of you may know this, many of you may not know this, but a lot of the reason why people are not successful in network marketing is they ask somebody, a prospect, one time, and the prospect says no, and they go, "Ah, I'm mortally wounded. You know, they're never going to join my business. They don't like me anymore," and you know, whatever else you're saying to yourself. And the truth is, the stats show that for the first time you approach somebody, I think it's 2% actually say yes at the very first approach. Then it moves to another number at the second approach, the third approach, and most times takes to get to 5 drips, 5 little contacts to go to a yes. Now, not many process of a no to a yes very quickly. I used to explain this when my children were younger. So first thing I would say is, and then I would think for a minute and say, okay, what? I'm getting clear. How are you going to be picked up? And slowly I'm walking myself from the no to the yes. This is the same prospect that your prospects are going through when you introduce them to the X39. And so for me, I like to do little drips on people about different things. Sometimes it's business.
Onyx, I lost you there.
Hey, Kathy, if Onyx has clear cell signal, she might actually turn off the Wi-Fi. It might be stronger.
Yeah, Onyx, did you hear that? If you're in an area to where you have a strong cell signal, you might want to turn off the Wi-Fi because you're coming in and out. Thanks, Alex. Okay, we just lost Onyx. She froze up.
Can I ask a question while we're waiting for her?
Absolutely.
So I'm finding myself a little resistant to use the peak interest checklist, symptoms of aging checklist, because of the last question around the business as a first interest. I usually like to kind of gauge that with my relationship with the person rather than having that set in.
And that, okay, that's why it's under peak interest. So it's an option. If you actually go to resources, and you go to closing path, it's not in there. Okay.
Okay. And does that also still have the capture on it though? Does it have the lead capture option on there or not? Because sometimes we want to use the lead capture. Other times we're sending it to somebody directly and we don't need the lead capture. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. There's multiple ways you can do it. For the symptoms of aging checklist, you can send it out in a PDF. It's right, it's here. So you can see I just,
yeah, I've seen
I just marked it blue. Okay. That's a PDF. Symptoms of aging checklist survey. That's the survey, but it does have the business questions at the bottom of this. Okay. So if you go into the closing path, it's let's journal your symptoms. Now we're working on this because multiple people were writing it. It goes back and forth from past tense to pretense, and I want it all to say past tense. So basically that's going to be sent out. Hopefully you've then sent your client, your prospect, your customer, future, some samples. If not, but that says, how's your body feeling? So we need to work on that because it kind of goes back and forth. But that one does not have any mention of the business or would you share this? Would you think about sharing it type of thing? So, I mean, we can, these pages right here with the capture pages, I can't create them. Rapid Funnel has to, because they're an actual coded web page within the system. I don't have that much access. I can upload any PDF. I can upload any link that anybody wants in there. Now, keep in mind, the testimonial videos, right? When they click on that, it's going to stay inside the app, but it's clickable to your YouTube page, right? So if you're sharing it, they can still potentially get your contact information off of that. What we're trying to keep this is so it works for everybody, right?
Right.
So, and like I said, we're just getting started. We're 3 weeks into this. We can move and build out any of this, make changes to this as we go along.
Great. Great. I'm doing a trade show in a couple of weeks, and I'd love for people to be able to literally sign in so I can capture their information and then give them samples. And sometimes that question's a turn off because there's so many companies out there. That's the reason why I was asking. I love otherwise the functionality of it. It's great. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I don't see Onyx again. So Marcy, are you on the call? So until we get Onyx back, I'm going to go ahead and go through this. So this app is, I'm going to go back to the beginning of it. Okay, there she is. She just texted me I'm on. Can you hear us? Let me see if I can find her. Okay, she must have.
Oh, I muted myself probably. Can you hear me now, Kathy?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, terrific. I was on. I don't know. It was weird. I'm talking and you weren't there.
Yeah, it was completely, it just froze. You froze on us. Okay, so we're back at the front page of the app. I don't know if you can see it. So go ahead and go where you stopped. Are you there? Can you hear me, Onyx? Yeah, we can't hear you.
I'm still here. Maybe it unmuted me again. Because I have full bar. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, somehow you keep getting muted and I'm not muting you. So you're unmuted now.
Perfect. Okay, so what I would do is go to the closing path. And what this closing path is something that Kathy, myself, Marcy, with a little bit of help of Sierra, created. And what everybody will see is this is what the three of us were doing to close people into the business before we actually had the app. So what we've done is just created a way to make things very easy. As in everything, you don't have to do this, but this is what I've been doing in order to close people. One of the things that I know in network marketing is a reason a lot of the people fail in network marketing is because they don't continue interacting with their prospect, what I like to call dripping. And so most people, if they approach one time and their person doesn't say yes, they think they're mortally wounded and that's it. And that's not the case. Most of the time it takes people more than one contact to make a decision that they want to join the business or that they want to utilize the product. The neat thing is that typically the industry standard is 5 drips before you get somebody from a no to a yes. I find with X39, it's been more like 3. So that's wonderful for each of you. But what we've created in this closing path is all 5 drips right in there. So what I'm recommending is either you patch somebody and then you immediately go to step 1, or if they're out of town or you're not patching them to start, you can send them step 1 to start. So what we've done is we've created the text is exactly the way that we were sending the text messages when we were sending out the Start X39 website. Into the app. So you can see that's exactly what I would be sending my prospects with the actual in this case, with the actual Start X39 page. So what I would do is send that immediately to my prospect after I have patched them. If you're not patching and you're just sending it to them, then just go ahead and send them that one as step 1. If you go to step 2, you'll see that what it is, it's just a reminder to now put a reminder, a tickler in your app to remind you to call Sally Jane back in 5 days because she has tennis elbow and she's not sleeping well. So that's just to remind you to put a tickler so that you're using this app as a follow-up system. If you're patching 3 people a day, then you're going to find that it's 21 people a week that you're going to be following up in. So why would you not use the functionality of the app to help make that happen? So there you can see Kathy is setting the reminder right there for the particular person to remind them, to remind Kathy she wants to go back and interact with them again. And if you go back to the app, then the next step, that was step 2, step 3, is to send them a journal. And so this is something, and we may decide that we want to work on this a little more because I'm not sure that we have the tenses right, and I think it may be confusing. But in any case, it's getting us started. We're, as Kathy said, 3 weeks in. So I like this because it's interactive. It's a way for people to interface with what's going on for them. It's basically the symptoms of aging checklist, but it's also going to give you that data within the app. So you'll have their answers in your app for what they respond to. So they go through an interactive and they say yes or no, yes or no. And then at the very bottom, it says, if you've answered yes to any of the above questions, please make note to yourself on how it is changing once you started wearing the stem cell patch for 30, 60, or 90 days. So that's step 3. Step 4. What I like to do is send a testimonial. So you can go through, those are all the different testimonials that Kathy has already uploaded into the app. You pick one of those that you'd like to send, and then you push the button to send it to them and let them watch a testimonial.
Now, if you have another testimonial that you want, there's actually more testimonials listed under testimonial. You could grab a different one from there as well, okay?
Okay. And we could actually ask them, Kathy, to put all of them in that testimonial spot.
Yeah, exactly.
So then step 5, what I like to do is to send the 18-minute video of me. So you can, same thing, just push the little button. The text that I would normally send is right there. And so you can send that out. Step 6 in the closing path is to send them the order form. This is going to give them the option to come in as a customer or as a distributor. It's going to give them a clear process of what they need, the information they need to give you in order to join. And then you're able to follow up with them and say, okay, let's get you started in the business. How would you like to start? So to me, that gives all of us a clear path to close people into your business. Again, some people might want more science. Some people might want more testimonials. So you're going to have to judge the particular person that you're working with. But overall, I think that you're going to find that this is going to be very, very successful for you. Now, in addition to that, Sierra and Kathy and I, we just finished making a 30-day drip campaign, both for business and for product. And so those campaigns we've given to Rapid Funnel. And so if after the end of the 6th step, your person has not closed in the business and you have their email address, then I'm going to recommend that we put them right into that 30-day campaign and just let the app continue to lightly drip on your particular prospect.
Exactly. Perfect. So let's go ahead and open this up for some questions. If you guys have questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and we'll see if we can get them answered. Anybody have any questions? Hi.
How long before, good morning. How long before we get the 30-day drip campaign?
Well, they've had it since the weekend, but yesterday was a holiday. So
okay.
I got it turned in Saturday. Yesterday was a holiday. So I'm, by the end of the week.
Perfect.
I'm
Thank
hoping.
you so much.
All right. Any other questions? Alex, did you see how that worked on that?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
And any input that you have, just send it over to me and then we'll see if we can kind of get it changed.
Yeah, it really is that same exact list without the questions about the business with a capture on it that we can capture people without hitting them with the business right away.
Okay. I can add the capture to that today.
And Alex, if you look, you'll see that the journal, your symptoms, is very similar to the checklist. The difference is it doesn't have anything about business in it. So
right, and that's what I prefer.
Correct. So we left the top one in there because that was what the app company suggested as the best way to do it. And remember, when Mike did a presentation for us, he said he liked to start with that. For myself, for Marcy and Kathy, we all were like, I really like starting with the Start X39 page as opposed to asking them to take a survey. So again, everybody can follow their own path. We just wanted to share what we've been doing, and if it works for you, copy it.
Yeah, and I just looked, Alex, there is a capture page on the bottom of that one. It's up on my screen right now.
Oh, great. Okay,
so
that's great because I wanted Onyx to understand what what I love this for is at a trade show rather than just, handing out samples everywhere. In trade for them to take a survey and fill that out, now I'll sample them. And it's a way to capture and get them right away. So
and it is a way to actually, if you pulled this up, let's say on an iPad stand, I have a really tall one that sits at the doors of open houses. You just made me think of this. You could set something up and say, hey, if you fill out that survey, I've got to, and put in your information, I have a sample for you.
Exactly.
And then capturing their information. So yeah, awesome idea. Thanks for
I like it.
We
absolutely like it.
We were at a festival on Sunday and we did that. We actually said we'd love to gift to a patch, and then we handed them the telephone and had them enter their information right into the app. And I've already had responses. So
yeah, baby,
that is the thing to do. It's the way to go.
And it's amazing. Since I went to the electronic capture for even open houses, how many more people will give you their information because they want to play with anything electronic. It just cracks me up, where if you had a pen and paper there and asked them to sign into the open house, we've probably increased by 300-400% the amount of people that sign in by going to the electronic capture. It's kind of funny how people are.
Good morning, Onyx.
Good morning.
This is Tamara. A couple questions. First.
Oh, hi, sweetie. Will you do me a favor, please, and send me your contact details because I lost a whole bunch of my contacts. And you're one that I've lost. I've been looking for you since the new year.
Oh, you found me. Actually, we're not going anywhere.
Good.
Love, 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 love this. The automated nature of it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, gals, for putting this together. A couple questions. When you're sampling, because I'm Onyx, I have the envelopes that you sent me, that you showed me how to set up, and the suggestion was 3 to 7. I put 5 in. When you guys are at a home show or a trade show and you get the contact information, what are you recommending for the number of patches initially as a sample?
So again, Tamara, it's a personal choice. I've had some people, they'll put 1 patch on people if they have pain, because there's a strong probability that some pain will be shifted while they're at the trade show. If it's a trade show of thousands of people, it's not reasonable for people to be giving away 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 patches. So many people are actually selling a single number, 3, 5, 10, and then they offer it all the way up to a full sleeve. So they might say show special, $120 for a 30-day supply, and then have, if you want 3 days, if you want 5 days, that sort of thing. So you're going to have to judge, but no, I don't think you should give away all your patches. Especially, I love what Alex just said. It's a great way to qualify people by having them go through and, they have a little investment. Just like if you're going to give away from somebody on Facebook, I would want them to go through that Start X39 site first, so that that they're a little bit invested. They've watched a video, they know a little bit about the technology, and they're still interested. Okay, then it's worthy for me to share my patches with you.
Awesome. And the reason why it's so important to use the step 1 in this, the Start X39, is, of course, you can send them the link, startx39.com, but you don't even know that they clicked on the link to watch it. So when you click on this and you send it to them via the app tells you by going to your contacts, just look at the activity log. It tells you whether, I have one in my EXP Workplace app that is, we're not really allowed to cross recruit, but, talking about, there's a group in there that's, we love our pets. So I obviously have the video in there. And I can tell, when somebody in that group clicks the app, somebody clicked it at 12:57 p.m. yesterday. So if you go into that activity log, you can actually see what's going on in there. And that's why it's so important to go ahead and use the app when sharing those links. Even though it's the same link, you can just say, hey, watch Start X39. You don't even know that they clicked it, right? So
Correct.
Once you get the notification that they clicked the link, then you can follow up. Hey, I noticed that you clicked the link and took a look at the website. You know, I'd love to hear your feedback. That gives you an opening statement to reopen that conversation with them. And then they're going, they knew I clicked the link. And, you know, so they stay plugged in a little bit better because they kind of know you have a way to hold them accountable. So.
Awesome. And for me, it just lets you know that they're actually invested. Just like Alex just said, what she's doing at this is having them fill out the journal. It just lets you know that they're invested, which is great. That's what you want.
Okay, and then thank you. And the second question, I know we're expediting this particular training, but when, as distributors, or can we see before we send it to someone, because I'm new to the app, what's behind the links and all the steps so that we can see what they're going to be getting in advance?
Yeah, so all you do is open it up. So you see how I just clicked the box to select it?
Yep.
If you just want to look at that, you don't click the box, you just click on the little, it says open. See where it says open right there? You click on that and it's going to open up what your prospect's going to see.
Okay,
so
and
you can look at everything.
And we'll see the 30-day drip as well?
Yes, once it's in there. So like we only have one campaign right now. See how you can open it up? There's the campaigns. So if you want to see what the first one's going to say, you just click on it. There's the email. Awesome. We're not hiding anything. It's all out there.
Oh, no, I get it.
Yeah.
This is absolutely fantastic. Follow-up is such a big bailiwick, and the fact that you guys have made this streamlined is huge.
Yeah, it's correct. It's gonna grow everybody's business for sure. But remember, like anything, if you're not in there working it every day, your business isn't going to grow. And so the key to building a network marketing business is to know that you're not in a sprint, you're in a marathon, and you want to consistently and persistently work your business every day.
Right.
And so what I like to do is I go and I spend 15 or 20 minutes every day in the app, sending out little messages to people. Oh, you know, Sally got to step 2. Okay, great. I'm going to send her step 3, you know, or, you know, this one just opened that testimonial. Oh my gosh, she opened it up 2 seconds after. I'm going to send her one more testimonial. And so it's like a game. And I have fun. And I've never been a girl who's ever played any games on my phone. That's not my thing. But I've had more fun in this app. It's an absolute blast. But it's not going to work unless you all utilize it. So we've set this up with these steps that's going to make it as easy as possible. You guys don't have to think. You don't have to follow it. But it gives you a path. You can start, okay, this is what Onyx did. This is what Kathy did. This is what Marcy and Dr. Ronda are doing. And so this is how they've been able to build their business. And so if it works for you, great. And if it doesn't, you say, oh, I like this better or that better. Perfect.
Okay, somebody just made a comment, like the PowerPoint. We don't have a PowerPoint on this yet. You guys, there is training in the back of your app. So if you go down to the bottom corner, there's 3 dots. You click that says more. You get another menu. It's kind of your back office menu. It also shows you your campaigns, the contests, the contacts, resources. But this coaching right there, Onyx is, you know, kind of our top 5 videos on what needs to be done. The back office, how to patch, building, how to get paid, setting up auto ship. That's a huge one, right? You can see I have not watched any of these because we created them. But when you set this up, you go through and look at these. But if you wanted to send this video to somebody, you can right out of there. But if you look under there, rapid funnel training, look at that. They have it in segments all the way down. How to create an account, add a contact, assign or change. It's all right there. It's in your app. So if you get confused, kind of just go back there and watch one of those videos. It's all right there for you. You know, we are and have been told multiple times by the people at Rapid Funnel, I think we're making them think, because they've not had anybody that's used this as a sampling program. They've not had anybody that wasn't going to be just slamming the business into everybody in their face. This is a funnel that builds business builders, but we're like, no, we want to get the customer or get them hooked on X39. That's how we want to hook them and bring them in, because the power of X39 does the work for you. So as far as a PowerPoint, because we're kind of the first in this ever to do this, just like our messenger bot, we've had to make them step outside their box and create this around our goals. So we don't have a PowerPoint yet. Okay.
And I want to remind everybody that this does not replace the Messenger training bot. So when you all personally sponsor somebody in the business, you really, really, really need to give them that Messenger training bot. Let them go through that, because it's going to connect them to us on the Facebook page. It's going to connect them to our website. It's also going to show them how to get paid. So there's so many things in that training bot that are extremely important, way beyond what this app does. They're two completely different functionalities. So please, when you sponsor somebody, remember, you go to work for them and you want to set them up to win. So that's one of the ways to be sure that you're setting people up to win.
Okay. And under the training tab, you will see the video that demos our training bot. Okay. You'll see the diamond book that we have in the Dropbox. If you want to send that to somebody, you'll see the Getting Started Right PDF that we have in the Dropbox. And you guys can open these just by clicking the open button, and it will pop up. So you can actually, well, that one's not working. Guess we're going to have to look at that one. Hang on. See what's going on there. Let's make sure the diamond book's working. Yeah, there we go. So, so you can actually see what's on here. So on the training, somebody asked, is the bot on there for us to send to our people? Yeah. So say you enroll somebody, you already have their contacts in the app. You can actually say, okay, now I need you to do the Messenger bot training. This will help you get your business launched. And then it's right there. Okay. So, and it's, as you can see, when you click on that, it's trying to take me straight to the Messenger training. So it's all right there for you. Any other questions?
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, this is Mo. How are you guys?
Very well.
Hi, we're doing good.
Yes, I'm new here. I just joined maybe like 4 days ago, so I'm new in the team.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
Thank you
excited
very
to
much.
have you.
Awesome team, awesome product. I'm personally used it because I had a car accident, and really I'm feeling different in my life, and I'm so pumped to get everyone around me to be part of this organization, and even if they don't want to, just to use the product. But I have a question as the language support. So my community, a lot of them, they don't actually have the English as first language being spoken, and I've seen your website has supported a lot of language like Turkish, Japanese, and Spanish, but the Arabic language is not really supported. I've been really having a hard time trying to translate videos to people, or translating more of these journals in there. And this is my first question. My second question is, I have other people who they are good in English and stuff, but I've been noticing through the program that a lot of people skipping reading and watching videos. It's like if something is reading, they don't actually open it, or they just only go straight to the video. So I think more people are preferring to watch than to read. And if we can get a support video in Arabic language, or if or the website can support some of the information, at least the basic, so we save some time. Instead, we send it to the person and then he called me back and he said, what does it say? Because I am actually not understanding, especially if they have a simple English and all this full of these big terms like stem cells and how they work, activating light therapy, phototherapy. That is huge thing to explain. I need to give them a degree while they need to learn it. So what are you guys input in that?
So first of all, I think you're very, very astute, and you'll see that the reason Kathy and I, because the first thing we created was the Messenger training bot. And the reason we didn't make a 20-page PDF to have everybody figure out how to start the business, instead we did it by videos, because we can see that the market has shifted, and that's exactly what's going on. In terms of languages, any language you see right now, it's translated by corporate. I don't know, I'm guessing there's some kind of technology where you could take a video of me or of Kathy or one of the corporate videos, and there's probably some sort of app or something that would allow it to be translated. We haven't spent any time doing that sort of stuff, and certainly Kathy and I do not speak Arabic, so we would not even begin to know how to do that language, or Vietnamese, or for me, even Spanish. So it's definitely something that we need to look at as a team, but it would lean on the person who speaks that language who's even able to do it. I know, for instance, we have the sample envelopes in Spanish in our Vistaprint. And so I have a Spanish-speaking chiropractor, and he translated it into Spanish for me. We put it in the Vistaprint, and I had somebody from Spain join my business, and I said to him, could you please read what's in the Vistaprint? Is it translated properly? And so he went through and read it, and he's like, yeah, it looks really good. And I'm like, terrific. So it's going to take us working as a team in order to be able to move to all the various languages. But Kathy and I are totally open. We just have to figure out, you know, we don't know any of the other languages. So it leans on you all to supply what we need. We can use our same wordings. We can use our same stuff. We just have to figure out how to do that.
And I'm not sure if everybody knows. Have you taken a look at the back office? Because I don't even know if it's there, but I'm just going to show you. You log into your back office, click your menu icon, click resources. You can go down to marketing tools, and then you can look at things that are in here and see, like for this LifeWave business opportunity presentation, German, French, Italian, Polish, Spanish, and see if it's in there. If not, you know, we can send a request. Here's one that's got, you know, quite a few different languages in there. You know, so they're working on it. They're working on adding the languages, and we can certainly send in an email, you know, saying we need Arabic and handed. But in your LifeWave back office, there's quite a few different languages for, you know, people that are out there, if you see that. And, you know, some of them have more languages than others. But, you know, always look there first if you're looking for something. You know, it helps you, one, stay compliant, and two, there is already some tools out there. Does that make sense?
And the other thing I would say is I had a distributor call me this morning who's doing a presentation for a very big Italian family on it. Send me everything in Italian. And I said, I don't have anything in Italian, but you can go exactly where Kathy just took. Look in your back office for things in Italian. The second thing you could do is you could go to YouTube and put in X39 Arabic or LifeWave X39 Arabic and see if something shows up. I know sometimes you'll see the Spanish version, the English version, and just see if one happens to be there. Or you may find a distributor who's created a video in Arabic and put it up there. But Kathy and I would have no idea what it says, if it's appropriate. So you would have to listen to it and make sure that it's something you would want to share with anybody you wanted to share the patches with.
Exactly.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
So I was thinking this, the last thing I conclude with, I might maybe just maybe after I come from Vegas, have more information. I will do an Arabic version, a short one, just have a very lovely information instead of
wonderful.
So I can send it to the people. Yeah, instead of just trying to spend time to explain to everyone again and again.
Correct. Now in this app, we have the ability to put a like it says right now, it says peak, and then it says closing tab for X39, resources, testimonials. We can put one of the tabs that says Arabic. We could put a tab that says Spanish. We could put a tab that says Vietnamese. And so as our international or American teams that speak other languages grow, we can put our resources for that particular thing and just have an Arabic tab. So if you start to create us information, Kathy and I, it would be our pleasure to put it up there and have an Arabic tab in there. And then within the app, you can then send out the videos or whatever you create in Arabic to your people. And then of course, if other people bring somebody in the business who speak Arabic, they can utilize the same tab. So that's the beautiful thing about this.
Yeah, and so if you're good, if you're comfortable enough to sit in front of your, you know, camera on your computer, start doing videos, and I'll start loading them up. Then you can send them right through your app.
Absolutely, I have no problem with this. You know, I've done a lot of videos for college and some other purposes, so it's fine for me. And this is education purpose. I will be more than happy to do it.
And that goes for anybody that falls on this call or is on the call.
Correct.
We actually probably have record numbers on this call this morning, but you know, if you have something specific that you need to market your language, your demographic, if you do the videos, I will separate it into, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, Italian, whatever we need on there. And that's the beauty of this is our app. We don't have to go to corporate, and as long as we have to stay compliant. There can't be false claims. We don't heal, treat, or cure. Remember that in any of your videos. So you can tell your testimony, but you can't repeat somebody else's because it's not you that had the experience. So keep that in mind as well. So let's stay compliant. But as long as you're talking about the business, about your networking, about your success, you can say all you want, and as long as it's you, and I will upload it into that language demographic on the app so other people as well can share it.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. That's
no
it.
problem. Okay, I had a question from Tamara. I'm going to answer real quick. These are uploaded into our back office, or I'm sorry, our team page. Usually takes me a couple of days because it actually takes Zoom a couple hours, and then I'm usually off to the next appointment. So like today I have an appointment an hour north from me that I'll be running out of the house. It starts at 11 o'clock. So, you got to give me a day or so. And then these do get posted in the office under team training videos. The other question was somebody did say that there are apps out there. And there's Google Translate. There are apps out there that you can use for free that will convert a website to any language. And I know Google Translate has one. And to work it, you just have to download, add to your browser for Google on the Google Chrome, your language for Google Translate, and it will translate any website out there. Now, will it be absolutely correct and the right no, not always. It'll sound funny because it translates it word for word, where in that different language, they might have said it a little differently. So just keep that in mind, but at least translates it enough that you can actually share any website via that platform. And it's called Google Translate. So just Google that and you'll find it, but it only works with the Chrome browser because that's actually created by Google.
So I want to remind everybody that we have a competition going on for getting in there and utilizing the app. And you can see it at the bottom of the app. It says contest. And so the person who comes in number 1 will earn 3 sleeves of X39. The person who comes in number 2 will earn 2 sleeves. And then the person who comes in number 3 will earn a single sleeve of X39. So it's a great way to have either half of a whole year paid for, or to have the full year or more than a year paid for by winning this competition. So get in there, start playing, practice. And it's in the practicing, it's like I always talk about wearing a pair of shoes. Which pair of shoes? Well, I got to try on more than one pair of shoes to figure out what works best for me. I love that closing path. I love the verbiage in it. It's exactly what Marcy and myself and Kathy have been utilizing in order to close people into the business. So I think as you get there and start practicing, I think you're going to like it yourself too. The other thing I wanted to say to everybody, I put it on the Facebook page. Kathy and I have hired a meeting space at the Marriott Hotel. It's I think it's a 7-minute drive from the West Gate, which is where we're going to be at convention in Vegas. We've hired the room from 12 till 5. Convention ends at noon on Sunday, so everybody can make their way over. We'll interact with each other. We thought that we would do an open meeting at 1:30 to 2:30. So everybody, when you're coming to Vegas, I recommend you bring sample envelopes. I recommend you prospect people that you meet. And then if you'd like to have a meeting to invite them to, you can bring them to the meeting at the Marriott Hotel from 1:30 to 2:30. We have many people from the organization coming in from all over the country, and I think even as far as Australia. And I know a lot of them have not seen an open meeting, so they want to participate in it. So that'll give everybody a chance. And then we'll be able to just get to know each other, interact with each other, and we have the room until 5 o'clock. So I wanted to let you know that. Last thing that I wanted to share, which I'm very, very excited with, is that we had some huge rank advancements on Sunday this week. And Marcy and Dr. Rhonda advanced to Presidential Director. And I'm very, very proud of you two. You're just wonderful leaders. You're doing a great job. And it's an honor to be in business with both of you. And, we've only just begun. I think they're 4 or 5 months into the business. And then the second person that also ranked advanced was Peter. And Peter moved up to executive, and he's already knocking on the door of presidential. So we may see that Peter's rank advancement will happen in the next week or 2 as well. I know that, of course, Lynn and Loon moved up to executive director, and they are also knocking on the door of presidential director. And I know that Sally will be knocking on the door of presidential director any day as well. So just huge, huge growth happening within the team and the organization, which is wonderful, because what that says to me is that the maps are working. The systems, the ways to build business are helping each one of us and each one of you build business and duplicate and replicate. And we all know the X39 works. It's just been a pleasure to share this product with people really all around the country. I've just had a great time in the last 6 months. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in Vegas. And I can't thank you enough, Kathy. You really are the best sponsor in the whole wide world. I'm really lucky that you called me that day to share the X39 with me.
Well, it's just definitely been a very blessed last 6 months. And I know over the next 6 months to 6 years to 16 years, because I know I'm not going anywhere, we're going to be able to bless so many people. So I appreciate all of you joining us on this call. Sorry we went a little long, but we had a lot of valuable information to go through. So everybody, please take care and be safe. And we'll see you at the end of the week if you're going to be in Vegas. I can't wait. Take care. Bye, everybody.